Hello, my name is Ellie, and we are back with the last video of my Inktober drawings for 2024. We are jumping right into, I believe it's day 21. I wanted to try to illustrate the feeling of listening to music and kind of daydreaming and just getting really into it. And this one I kind of went very doodle with. I wasn't thinking too terribly hard about anything I was doing and just kind of let myself have fun. And I think it kind of shows in the end with the fun colors and all of that. And it really didn't have too much footage, it looks like. So we're moving on to the next day, which is a Shikatima drawing. If you followed me for a while, you know they used to be everything that I drew. And I actually did, I don't even remember if it was 2 or 3 chapters of an illustrated fan fiction for them. And unfortunately, I'm not sure I'll ever really go back to working on that. So I thought I would illustrate like a happy ending for that fan fiction and just kind of throw it in there and hope that someone who might be wanting that ending will see it and be happy with it and not hate me for never returning to my uncompleted work. I am one of those fan fiction authors now. Oops, at least I tried. But I just really wanted to show them happy. It's just an office AU that was really fun, and it was honestly just me putting some of my real life experiences into fan fiction, I won't lie. But it was fun to write when it happened, and it was fun to do that. Okay, this one is for the Inktober prompt expedition. And of course, I had to do Nico Robin for this one. It was literally like the first thing that I wrote down when trying to decide what to do for Inktober. And so I drew her finding the ruins in Skypiea. Go back and watch that arc if you skipped it. I'm looking right at you. But anyway, she finds the ruins and she's exploring and that she's in her element. I'm rereading the manga right now, and she's literally said she had tingles from finding the ruins. So like she's all tingly, she's happy, she's exploring, and I just really wanted to capture that for the prompt expedition, and I'm really glad that I did, even though she's like 2 pixels, but she's there. And her outfit is peak. All of their outfits are kind of peak in Skypiea, I'm not gonna lie. And it was fun to do this and do the gradients in the background, and I might have to play with more like this, I think. And surprise, I actually did some traditional art this video. I really kind of procrastinated them all, so there wasn't any for video too. But this is some original characters shotgunning beer because they're young and they want to have fun. And I drew them in like leisure sweatsuits. And honestly, this was a lot of fun. I hadn't done a full marker illustration of my OCs yet. And honestly, picking colors without having to match to what is already selected for a character like I do with all the One Piece drawings, it was really nice. Like I messed up and went too dark on her sweatshirt, and I was able to just go with it and just make it darker, whereas I messed up on a chopper drawing and I had to redo the entire thing from scratch, and it haunts me to this day. But I do think it turned out really cute, and you can tell that they're just besties having fun. I think I needed a picture like that for my OCs. I'm always going really dark with them. And then, surprise, another one just right after this one is Frobin. I don't think that should be a surprise to anyone that follows me either. But I wanted to do them as their younger selves. I see a lot of art of like, what if they met when they were younger? It would have been so good. And I just kind of wanted to play off of that and them talking and reading together. I think I drew it too small though, and everything kind of smudged, but it's cute. And then, shocker, I drew my dogs again for a little spooky Halloween drawing for, I think I posted this one on my husband's birthday actually. It's them, like everyone's seen those TikToks of like, there's a ghost in my house and it's their dog in a sheet. That's basically what I was going for, and I literally was just yapping with my best friend and drawing this, and it was very relaxing just going in with a quote unquote colored pencil and my digital platform. But I think it turned out super cute. And I actually, because I enjoyed it so much, did the same thing the next day on a jack-o'-lantern. There was no reason to pick a jack-o'-lantern other than I thought the lighting would be fun. Most of the time I have a good explanation for what I'm doing. this one, I was just going for it, and I think I needed that because I was starting to get stressed out with making this many drawings. I don't know if you could tell. I feel like you can tell. But it was just fun to make a glowing jack-o'-lantern and then move on to a more complicated piece like this one, which is for the prompt navigator that Inktober had. And I bet you couldn't guess that I did the navigator Nami from One Piece. I mean, I'm nothing if not predictable, but I hadn't done a full drawing of her other than she was next to Robin in a drawing I did earlier this year. So it was nice to actually just focus on her like this. I was struggling a little bit with highlights for her hair actually, because the way that I usually pick colors, everything was too orange and I wanted it to be slightly yellow, which you can kind of see there, because it just feels a little bit more like alive and natural than just orange on orange. And I think I'm definitely going to have to play with that, coloring future pieces, like editing the color just slightly, because I don't always think to do that, but I think it adds something. Maybe you wouldn't notice if I hadn't told you, but I think subconsciously it adds something. The next one is for the prompt violin. If you're following my train of thought here, this one is Brooke from One Piece. And honestly, this was difficult, drawing the skull. That's why I kind of zoomed in a little bit based off of my reference, because I knew that his skull wasn't going to look entirely accurate, so I just cut some of it off. The hand was fun. I liked drawing the skeleton hand, and the colors were not too bad either, because it's, just a white skeleton. I didn't have to worry about the specific skin tone or anything. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty okay in the end. I wish I had done a little bit more detail in the background instead of just that gradient, but I was trying to imply his backstory without drawing it. And lastly, the last day, which I know I'm a day short. I actually skipped a day. Like I said, I was getting tired. But the last day, I did a all ballpoint pen 3-page comic. And I'm laughing because I said that as if I did this in one day. I was slowly putting this down through probably like 3 weeks. And I was procrastinating it every single day because I thought the ballpoint pen would make me think less and just work. And instead, I think it just made me overthink everything. And I wish I could erase, but I was too stubborn to let myself use a pencil. So a lot of it I actually did off camera just so that I had a little bit of an easier time, because I struggle to draw on camera. I don't know how obvious that is to anyone that's not in my brain, but I ended up doing all but like 1 or 2 panels on each page off camera. Then now you see it's kind of skipped around. I've done as much as I could off camera and then went in to make sure that y'all could see the ending and the end results. And I ended up cutting it out and pasting it into my sketchbook. So whenever we have a finished sketchbook tour, you'll be able to see it then. And I am proud of how it turned out. I definitely think I've grown a lot since last time I tried to do anything like that. And this is everything that I did for Inktober. I have 2 more videos. If you haven't seen those, please feel free to check them out. Can I help you? Why are you barking? Anyway, I'd love to see you again soon on some more videos. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.